Hey YouTube, I got a question from a friend on Facebook about control and, how to give up control. I think I've made a video sort of on the borderline of this, but not directly, I don't think, for eating disorders and stuff. But they wanted to know, like some advice, I guess, like on how to just let go of that control, because when you have an eating disorder, most of it is about, just being in control and controlling your body, trying to control your life in every single situation in your life. At least that's what it was for me. Growing up, I just felt like everything was bombarding me. The weight of the world was on my shoulders, and like I had no control. I was just, my fear level was skyrocket, that I would just lose control over everything. And things around me were just spinning. I couldn't control what this person did, what this person said, even what I look like. So finally I just wanted to control that. At least I could control that. I could control what I eat and what I look like. I had some maintenance in my life, And because everything else was unstable, and it seems like when you're trying to control your body and your weight in that sort of way, that it seems like that is control, that's stable control, but it's really unstable. But, one of the things that really, got me to just let go of that control is finally really going through recovery. Not backing down, not giving up. It's easier said than done, because I could sit here and say, go do recovery and the control let down will just be easy. No, recovery is hard. It's a choice, first of all, and an eating disorder, the behaviors are a choice to me. Maybe not, the mentality always, but to act out on behaviors are an active choice that you're making, and we all have these choices, and we can choose recovery. And when I chose recovery, of course it was very hard. I had many relapses, but there was finally a breaking point where I got sick of it, and I just put everything into it. And once I started putting everything into it, I realized that, this isn't going to hurt me. Food isn't going to hurt me. It's not going to break me. These things around me that I feel like I have to control, my family situations and how other people feel and how I make other people feel. And, I wanted to be in control of everything. I wanted to make the plans, break the plans. No one was going to overrule me on anything. And I still have some of that, left inside of me. I still have control issues that I really need to work on, because getting rid of the eating disorder, wasn't the whole problem. I've just always had control issues and anxiety, and battled with depression and stuff like that. There's so many other factors that go along with having an eating disorder. It's not just like once you get rid of the eating disorder, you're fine. Once you start eating, you're fine. That's not what it's about. Of course, if you have an eating disorder, you know that, but once you just, let go of the control of binging, starving, purging, once you let go of having those things that you can control, it gets easier. And just putting your whole heart into recovery, not backing down, making a meal plan. I did it all on my own, made a meal plan and set up my calorie intake. It was hard, but I did it on my own. And the next thing is knowing that, I'm not the biggest thing that's in control of my life. If there is something bigger, that there's God, He's in control, and He's in control of all the people that I want to control, all the people that try to control me, all the situations that I'm trying to control that I can't control in reality. They're going to go the way that they go. And, just giving it all to Him and realizing that, I can't fix everything. I can't make everything perfect, because there's nothing that is perfect except for God, and He is in control, and He knows what's going to happen. He knows what's not going to happen. And just knowing that, it was like a big relief off of my shoulders, like a big weight off of my shoulders, knowing that I don't have to be in this box and be like, okay, this is here, 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 it's exhausting. It really is. Trying to control everything is exhausting, really. And another thing is toxic relationships. Getting rid of those relationships of people that do actually control you. Sometimes it seems like people are trying to control you with things they say or do, but they're really not. But in your head, it seems that way because you're struggling with control issues anyways. But there are people, there were people in my life that really were trying to control me. I had a really, a best friend, in high school, and she controlled everything I did, made fun of everything I did, you know, and it was just dwindling to my self-esteem. And you know, we're no longer friends, and I just kind of cut off contact. And you know, once I did that, I felt a lot better. You know, of course my control issues didn't go away. I've had them since I was very young, as every friend I've ever had was controlling. And you know, family members were sort of controlling, and my dad was controlling, always wanting me to be someone that I wasn't, and trying to make an image in his head of, you know, the perfect grades, the perfect child, you know, always pushed into what he wanted me to do, and, you know, stuff like that, and the perfect body, and, you know, all that kind of stuff. So just cutting out toxic relationships. You know, I know it's hard for some people because, hold on, let me check my time. Okay. Sorry. I know it's hard for people sometimes to let go of relationships with other people because they don't want to hurt other people's feelings and everything, but that's another part of control, is not wanting to hurt people's feelings, wanting to be this perfect person, wanting to make everybody like you, wanting to make everything in control of how you want it to be. But sometimes for your health, you have to let go. You know, you have to just kind of cut off contact with that person if they're really damaging, you know, your recovery and your self-esteem and all that kind of stuff. I mean, you just have to, you know, just cut it out of your life. That's what I did. I just cut it out of my life, and it was just one more block off of my shoulder, you know. So, yeah. But, you know, those are some of the main things that, you know, helped me to just let go of the control, you know. I mean, I was so rigorous that, you know, I was writing down daily plans on a planner, like, I mean, by every single hour I was, you know, of what I was going to do, what I was going to eat, when I was going to exercise, when I was going to call somebody, you know, if somebody else made another plan and then asked me, it would upset me because I wanted to make the plans. You know, I was so bad, just so controlling over everything, because I guess so many people tried to control me that I was just fighting back and trying to control everything again, just lashing out, you know. And I still have things to work on with that, as, you know, I'm a really distant person with family members and stuff like that. But most of my family members, you know, feed toxic energy to me anyways, so I just kind of create distance. And I know it's hard to do with, you know, close people like family members, like parents, you know, which is in my case. But that's what I had to do. I just had to distance myself. You know, I still call them, you know, every once in a while. We go visit them once a month. But that's all that I can do. That's all that I can handle, because they haven't changed. And I'm still working on myself. But, you know, and they see the change in me, and they don't like it sometimes. And it's really hard for me to still deal with that sometimes. I still have some things that I still have to come to terms with and everything. So you just got to look deep inside yourself and say, you know, that this is what you want for yourself. Nobody can control you. You can't control everything because God is in control. So that's my advice for that. So I'll see you guys later. Bye.